Let's talk about part 2 of the Sister Wives RV trip gone wrong from season 8. In this episode, Kody has extremely misogynistic moments. It's actually shocking, and he says he can't handle Christine's PMS. So let's get into it. By now, they've been traveling for 4 days, and Janelle says her family is making her crazy. There's been a lot of tension between Christine and Kody about his childhood friend who owns a boat and who also called Kody stupid for being polygamist. And now they're going to Montana to visit another polygamous family named the Colliers for an unknown reason, I guess for a storyline. Kody calls a powwow at a picnic table, and Christine confesses that she thinks everyone's mad at her for getting upset, and in front of her, Robin says, well, you know, when there's tension between Kody and a wife, it ripples. And Mary in her confessional says, then don't do things like that make us mad, which sounds a little bit shadier. So they are kind of mad at her, but they're basically on Kody's side in this, which seems a little unfair. Kody says, let's have a prayer, and then I'm going to talk to Christine alone. I don't want to embarrass her. Christine is mortified, and honestly, it feels like he's publicly humiliating her in this moment. It's uncomfortable to watch. He says, I don't think you're being accountable for how you're behaving. He then, I don't know why, goes in on how it's all her period's fault. He says, I want to be real careful here about hormonal changes or something like that. And he motions up and down with his hands. He says, it's erratic and sends me on the defensive. Some people refer to it as PMS. Honestly, back the truck up, Kody. He's blaming Christine's cycle for her freak out about Ken. I mean, if misogyny had a face. Is everyone okay on the show for even airing this? I guess it was 2015 when this aired. Christine at this point tries to defend Kody. I don't know why. She says it's not misogynistic of Kody to ask if I'm PMSing. Not at all. So basically, if she's upset, you blame PMS. Simple logic. That is Kody's get out of jail free card at this point in arguments, and poor Christine in her confessional says, well, I researched it and noticed that I do get insane once a month. Kody's confessional is all about PMS at this point and how they identified this issue in the last 6 months. Like she has some type of condition. The fact that he is even talking about this in this way is crazy to me. Mind-blowing. They agree that they don't like how the other is behaving, and Kody says, I'm just managing my reaction to how you're behaving. And he basically says that next time she has PMS, he's going to walk away. He's not going to let PMS rattle him to the core. And so they decide to leave it at that, leave it behind, and head to Montana to meet the Colliers like nothing happened, who they've been talking online with Janelle apparently, and she seems to like them and think that they're kind of like them. They also have a license plate that says Poly Fam. Ultimately, Kody wants to ask this guy Nathan what got him into it. And this guy, Nathan, was LDS, and he thinks that if you remove social expectation, then it's all natural. He's also courting a third wife, one of his wife's best friends, and Mary kind of poo-poos on that idea a little bit. She says that she's seen that type of arrangement ruin best friendships. But it adds some intrigue to the Colliers. The next day, they do hang out with the Colliers in their military vehicle. No idea why he owns a military vehicle. It's not really talked about. And for some reason, multiple of his kids go with him. We see Peyton, we see Truly, but Kody's holding Solomon and talks only about how Solomon loves trucks. But oh no, there are wasps galore in that thing. One stings Kody and one stings Truly right away. And Truly is taking it better than Kody for some reason. It's literally like a nest of wasps in there. Not sure why Nathan sent them in a wasp nest and didn't check first. Then they go on ATVs, and this is the Collier's Coyote Pass, let's say. They want to eventually build on this property, and so some similarity. I mean, do all polygamists kind of buy land and hope to build some type of big house on it? Dayton is extremely nervous about the ATVs because he had just had his big accident a year and a half ago. Robin says he was with friends out of town when it happened. This has been a controversial point. Some people think he was with family. Anyways, he was having some anxiety and went back to the van, and lo and behold, he conquered his fear and rode an ATV around. It's actually a cute moment. Peyton says that, Dayton was brave and that he was amazing in that moment. It's cute. Then naturally, Kody and Nathan talk about GUNSs and have a heart-to-heart about if he really loves the new woman he wants to court. Then they go to dinner, where Kody kind of calls his wife crazy in a way, which is weird. And Nathan is just as misogynistic about the PMS thing. I did not think it was possible for them to bring this up a second time in the episode, but he says that his wives are synchronized, and he calls that Hell Week for him. Hell Week. We are reducing women to biology here. And then Kody starts to rant about it, and he calls PMS the demon that comes to visit. Even Robin is stunned, but she's kind of laughing, which is disconcerting. But Janelle calls Kody out and says she's going to wait in the car because this is ridiculous. Props to Janelle. This is a crazy conversation, and so props to her, honestly. She's trying to nip the conversation in the bud. She knows this is not going to go over very well, and, I don't know why they all didn't walk out at that point. And if we hadn't done anything, adventurous enough, they go like whitewater rafting with the Colliers with small children. Aspen actually ends up falling into the rocks in the water, and Christine thinks it's all going way too fast. Then they give the Colliers a gift from the friend's pawn shop, and finally, the weirdest RV trip ends. So what's the deal here? Do you think Kody was taking it too far talking about women's biology? Do you also dislike Ken for saying that? Are you team Kody? Are you team Christine with the whole RV thing? Part 1 of this RV trip I did recap as well, and I'll link it in the description, and I'll try to make it appear at the end of this video, so hopefully it does. Either way, guys, have a great day, and I'll be back with more Sister Wives recap and content. I'll be recapping what I think are kind of the most interesting episodes. Bye, guys!